I miss practice tomorrow and I just was performing at Raw Wave, Kim Mulkey is going to kill me. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Best of Both Worlds with Flau'jae. Y'all probably know me. If not, my name is Flau'jae, AKA Big Foe, and my mother, Kia J. Brooks. And today you watching my podcast, Best of Both Worlds. Now, I'm just here to give a different perspective. I'm here to give y'all inside scoop. I'm giving y'all a little bit of inside of my brain of what I think about sports, what I think about music, and overall culture. So I'm really, really excited. And we're dropping every Thursday on YouTube and wherever you listen to your podcasts. I need y'all tuned in. I need y'all liking, commenting, subscribing. It's really going to help the show. Music and sports is what I embody. So to be able to have a podcast to talk about both things that I love, it's just going to be truly fun, and I just hope y'all enjoy the ride with me. I got my mom on here because I love my mama. That's my momager. I can't do anything without her. She negotiates all my deals, and I wanted to get her perspective too, kind of for everything as well. So
for the moms in the house, you know what I'm saying? The moms who are always supporting their kids, whether they're rappers, whether they're ballers, whether they're doctors, whether they're dentists, whatever, we're going to always be in their corner. And I think hearing it from my point of view helps other parents to see what others don't.
Yeah. And I think different perspectives are important as well. And we're going to have a lot of fire guests on here. I have a lot of friends in the industry that I really, really, really love to get on my podcast, so it's going to be great. With my snacks, I like a lot of choices. So the new foot-long dippers are it. There are 3 cheesy dippers and 11 sauces. So the combinations are pretty much endless. And they're affordable snack too. My favorite is double cheese and Baja Chipotle. But you also have peppercorn ranch and honey mustard. Make sure y'all find y'all dip that hits with the new foot-long dippers at Subway. So I want to start off every show with my big four things that's going on in music and basketball and whatever on my mind. So I'm going to cut it into 2 segments, music and basketball. Number 1, my project, Best of Both Worlds. Now, this project I think this is like a life-changing project. You know, it's been a long time in the making. This project done been altered so many times. Songs have been released on it. Songs have been taken off. Features done came. And it's just been a beautiful journey watching it become what it has become. And I feel like Best of Both Worlds, it just represents everything that I embody, being a rapper, being a musician, and just showing that I have the best of both and I can do both at a high level. This project means a lot to me. And it's just like the legendary things that are going on within the project. I have Lil Wayne on my project now. Let me take a moment of silence for that right there. All right. And y'all, that's all I'm going to say. If you know Lil Wayne on the project and you know the project hard, I already dropped the song Pop It Off of it. It's already out. And, man, I'm ecstatic. I feel like this project going to change my life. I can't lie. Like, who has a song with Lil Wayne on their first project? Like, and it's not even an album. It's just an EP. I'll wait.
Nobody.
Thought not. So, no, y'all, I'm super excited about this project, and I'm ready for y'all to dive into to both of my worlds. Like, I feel like this project is going to be like a musical journey, honestly. And I have one of the GOATs on my project, so it's already like 10 out of 10, highly recommend. All right, number 2, dream artist to collab with and who my mom wants me to collab with. I'm going to let you go first, Mom. Who you want me to collab with?
I mean, you went and got Lil Wayne out the gate.
Out of the gate.
Out the gate. And he's one of the biggest ever to do it. But if I had to pick a person, I would say I'm going to go a little off because I want you to do things that's never been done. I would say Adele.
That's a good one.
If you do a feature, and the way you're harmonizing and singing right now, I think you can.
Yeah.
You girls can really make a banger.
I agree, and Adele's one of my favorite artists, and she's so versatile. I say that all the time in my interviews. Like I definitely want to work with J. Cole because that's my favorite artist.
I love J. Cole
It's
too.
my favorite artist ever. But I always say Adele. I always say Ed Sheeran. I really want to work with different people. Like I don't want to just work with rappers or just make rap music. Like I want to tap into different genres, and I want to explore different. So definitely, but it's just hard to follow up with Wayne. Like.
That's a Grammy, though. That's a Grammy. You and Adele are definitely a Grammy. You and Wayne track is a Grammy. I'm going to speak it.
Me and Adele is like Grammy performance. Like,
yeah.
I could hear it now in my Yes. Adele is a good one, Ma. You ate that. That's cool.
Who do you want?
Like, okay, so yeah, so in the future, I would like to collab with J. Cole. I would love to collab with Adele. I would love to collab with Ed Sheeran. I want to work with Flo Milli. Laser Dim, of course. Y'all know that's like my favorite artist. I love Tootsie. I love Rod Wave. Oh, yeah. Sexy Red. I want to work with everybody. I ain't gonna lie. It's no limit. Like, I like to go into other people's spaces and try to, like, connect with them on that. Like, that's the type of time I be going on. Like, I could go into this area, and still go crazy. So that'd be my goal, for real.
Ask me who I want to collab with.
What? Who do you want to collab with?
The Kardashians.
Oh, my gosh. Come on, I know you say you the black Kris Jenner, but come on.
Yes, I want to collab with Kris Jenner. I feel like we can do some great things together. And I'm just keeping it real. Like, Kris has a lot of beautiful girls, but I have a lot of beautiful kids and talented kids. So I feel like I can kind of, like, be great in that space with her.
Are you going to go get these features, or is this going to be like, can you go get Adele for me? I know you know, like, that's Rich Paul's girlfriend. So, and I know
Is that Rich Paul's girlfriend?
Yes.
Adele?
You didn't know that?
No.
You're so out of
I'd
the
be
loop.
so out of the loop.
Gosh,
okay, I can get that then. I have friends in the LeBron camp.
Oh, you got friends in high places.
I got friends in LeBron camp, and they are fans of what we are doing right here in this space. They love it. They support me. I can make some calls.
Yeah, Mom, but I need you to hit her manager.
Listen, these are the ways that I get to the manager.
Okay, all right. I'm going to let you work your magic.
Okay.
Opening for Rod Wave was crazy. Let me tell you. I wasn't even supposed to open up for Rod Wave. Let me tell y'all what happened. We had played a game, right? And I didn't want to go because I thought I had a bad game. I was mad. I was like, I don't want to go. I'm not going. But we had already had, like, the sprinter, and my coach was there, and Jim was just like, you might as well just go. Like, just go have fun. Like, the game over, watch film tomorrow, regroup. But, yeah, I be mad. Like, if I have a bad game, I'm not trying to do nothing. I'm trying to go straight to the gym, and I don't know what I be trying to do. But, I don't want to have fun. Like, that's how
I got to get her out of that mind state.
Yeah.
Especially with her trying to do two things. Those are one of the hardest things as me being Flau'jae's manager, to help her conquer all of these, things that she's trying to do, because
Okay, but listen, let me finish.
I need
the
you to
story.
help me there.
Let me finish the story.
Go ahead, girl.
And I didn't want to go to the concert. I'm gonna keep it real. When I got but I end up going by the grace of God. Jen was just like, let's go, and I was like, okay, Jen. I love Jen, so I was like, I'm gonna go. We riding down there. We get there, and then we go to the skybox. Jaden Daniels is there. He had just won the Heisman and everything. And so we're in there chilling. I'm singing the ride, and I'm just so inspired, bro. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, as an artist, like when you go to a concert, like you can kind of just like envision yourself up there on the stage. Like one day, bro, they're gonna be singing my songs, and like that's gonna be me, and that's kind of how I felt. But anyways, back to the story. After that, we went down to like his dressing room, and we walked down there. It was me, Jaden, and some of our friends or whatever. And we walked down in the dressing room. And boom, there was Rod Wave. And I was like, okay, I'm kind of nervous. You know what I'm saying? Every time I meet like a celebrity, I still get nervous still. Because I be like, I don't know how they going to act. But they always be cool for sure. But Rod, he was such a genuine soul, bro. He was an amazing person. Yeah. Like, he was just so cool. And so I didn't stay in the back room with him because I know how it is. Like, right after you perform, you just want to chill, like, have your space. Like, sometimes you be hot, sweaty. Like, so I was just like, nah, I'm going to just chill. And so I went into the hallway, and I got to talking to his manager, which is Uncle D, man. Appreciate you, Uncle D. And he was like, we love what y'all doing. My mom had already kind of built a relationship with them, talking to them. And
that's how they got there. We're not going to skip that,
Pop it.
I got a puppy.
My mom built a relationship, and so we was talking to them, and they was like, we love what you're doing. They really love her. Like, this how usually everything happen. They be talking to my mom. They be like, oh, my God, I love your mama, woo, woo, woo. And then that kind of just opened the door.
But Jaden Daniels wanted to meet
Rod Wave.
Flau'jae had a game that night. So me and Jaden mom is cool. So I set it up with one of my homeboys, Tony, to make sure they were at the event. But I got Rod Wave manager to make sure they met him that night. Yeah.
And so, they was talking, and they was like, well, what you want to do? And I was like, shoot, man, I wish I could perform. Like, I would love to perform for Rod Wave, like for real, for real. I should have asked for the feature where I was there, but I know it's gonna happen soon, so I'm not tripping. But I was like, I would love to perform. He was like, oh, that's nothing. I'm like, what? And so after our games, we always have an off day after. Like, after every game, we have an off day. So it was perfect. And guess what? The show was at the State Farm Arena in my hometown.
He was like, we perform in Atlanta tomorrow.
Yeah, in Atlanta. I'm from Savannah, but Georgia, that's my state. So I was like, bro, this is the perfect opportunity, bro. I literally flew to Atlanta that night, right?
Yep.
We went out, rocked out, did the show. We had the Sprinter drive back so it could drive me back to BR so I wouldn't have any issues. I had the Sprinter come just in case because I was like, bro, if I miss practice tomorrow and I just was performing at Rod Wave, Kim Mulkey is going to kill me. So I was like, I ain't doing that. So I made, shout out to my boy Cooley. He drove his Sprinter down to Atlanta. And soon as I got done performing, I hopped back in the Sprinter, drove 7 hours. I got there just in time for practice at 9 in the morning. I was back on the floor bussing. And when I came back to practice, I had to make sure that I had the highest energy. So they knew, yeah, I do all this, but I'll make sure I come back and give 110% on the court. And that's what happened. Mm-hmm. And it was like the most amazing thing because that really showed me like I could really have best of both worlds. Mm-hmm. I literally left my game, went to go open up for Rod Wave. I left my game, went to go open up for Rod Wave, left the concert, drove 7 hours, had to be to practice the next morning, and had a great practice. And that let me know that I could do whatever I put my mind to, and I could really have best of both worlds. So that's just one of the stories that people don't even know. And they be like, how you juggle it, how you do this? It's just like, I make it happen, and I don't make excuses. But that also goes to show, sometimes when you don't want to do something, sometimes when you don't want to go, that's when you really should go because, you know, the best experiences can happen. Number 3, let's recap my time at LSU. Now, I've had the most amazing time. Like, it's actually been flying by. Like, people always say, like, time fly by, but, like, bro, I'm a junior now. Like, I was just a freshman. Like, I was literally just in my one-bedroom dorm crying in my apartment. Like, Mom, I'm ready to come home. I can't do this no more. And now I'm a junior. Like, yeah, no, it was like, I could be 100% transparent. It was just like me coming from, you know, high school just trying to find my way. Like, college is so hard, bro. Like, people don't understand college is so hard. That's why, you know, when people be talking about NIL and all that, you know, we deserve that. Because college is hard. Like, college is hard. So it was just like on the court issues. It was off the court issues. It was me trying to figure out my place, like, and I didn't understand it. And it was something that I felt like, it was just like an overwhelming of emotions. And it's like, I'm here by myself. Like, I don't have nobody. Like, my brothers, my family, they in Atlanta. Like, I'm by myself. So it was just like a new beginning. Like, if you ever move somewhere or you was by yourself, you know how that is. And so I had one of those breakdown moments for sure. Man, you remember that when I called you? I called her multiple times. Like, Mama, I'm ready to go. Like, I can't do this
You was
no
not
more.
in that tone.
Oh, Mama, I was crying.
But it wasn't that tone.
No.
It was more like, Mom, I can't do it. I need you to come get me.
You're embarrassing.
And I was like, what's going on, Jake? Mom, you know I don't bother you much, but I don't think I can do this. You're too far away. Da-da-da-da. And I done got in my feelings. Mm-hmm. And then she on FaceTime in the dark crying. So as a mom, you know, I'm 7 hours away from my baby. I can't hug her. I can't tell her everything's going to be okay. I can, but I'm over the phone. Like, it's something like you touching your child and just embracing them to make them feel like it's going to be all right. I think this is a part of your journey, you know. But then she started telling me certain stuff, and I had got mad. So then I had ended up calling Kim, and I was like, Kim, now you told me you was going to take care of my baby. Now what is going on? She said, Kim, you told me you trust me. Let me handle this. I need you in my corner. I need you to let her grow in this moment. Yeah. And I said, Kim, I'm trusting you with my kid because I will pack up right now and come get my child.
That's no count, y'all.
All it taking for me to get some real tears from my kid, I'm dramatic.
She coming.
I'm like, oh, Lord. And I'm telling on me. Was like, what is going on? I was like, I think we're going to be able to handle this. But Coach said, let her handle it, that she got it. So,
and I'm not going to lie, y'all, that's like the best thing that ever happened to me was not being able to be saved because that was the first time that I really had to work through it. And that's why I always tell kids, like, I think it's so important that you don't stay in your hometown when you go to college. Like, I know people be like, stay home, but I'm a firm believer in no, go away. Because, like, you're not going to be able to, you know, fight those challenges and those battles that you got to fight when your parent right there to be like, it's okay, baby, I got you. Like, because if she would have did that, I probably wouldn't be the Flau'jae I am right now on the court. Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a big moment for me. Like I remember I was crying. I was just sitting in my room.
But you gotta think about every situation in the same.
Me and my lizard.
Kim genuinely
Kim
cared about you. It's
yeah.
coaches that really,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But Kim, like
Kim genuinely
Coach
cared.
Mulkey, like she genuinely care, and she teach you in a different way. Like it was like something that I wasn't used to, and she teach you in a different way. But when you look back, you be like, dang, Coach, you was right. Like you know what I'm saying? You just love her for that.
So that's why that hug was so.
That's why, yes. That's
at the
why,
end of the championship.
At the end of the championship, when I picked her up and I spun her around, it was so much emotion. I was just like, thank you, like you know what I'm saying? Like it was like, thank you, like and
for not letting me fail myself.
Yeah. Thank you
Like,
for not letting me crumble. Like she
Right.
made me be strong. So it was so many emotions wrapped into that hug. Coming to LSU and winning the championship the first year just kind of just set my standards so high. Being around all that winning, being around that excellence, like look at the teammates that I had. Like look at the teammates that I had. Like this is a legendary moment in my life. Like, you know, like whatever people say, like this is a legendary time to be at LSU in the brink of the middle of college basketball exploding. Mm-hmm. And we being one of the big reasons why it's exploding. Like it's so amazing. I'm just so grateful to be in this position. But like my freshman year was amazing. I came in there with a goal. You know, I actually wrote down on my vision board for my first year, I said, I want to win a national championship. I want to win freshman of the year. I said I wanted to be on a defensive team. And so two out of those three things happened. We won a national championship, and I won SEC freshman of the year. And that was crazy for me because I literally visualized that and I wrote it down and I looked at it every day and I really worked for it. And when I got it, I remember I cried so hard because I was like, dang, like the work is real. Like the work is real. Like whatever you put in is what you really gonna get out. Now granted, I put in a lot of 5 a.m.s. I did a lot of work and I really killed my body even when I was tired, but I knew what I wanted. And so that freshman year was something that I can never, that's like a once in a lifetime type of thing. Like that's something that I can never replicate. And so it was one of the greatest moments of my life. And my second year, which I just finished, is like probably was the greatest year of my life. Even though we didn't win, it's because I came into my own. I learned so much from my freshman year and I kind of put it into my sophomore year and I became not only a better basketball player, but a better person. Like I learned how to navigate through certain situations that I would have crumbled in my freshman year. So I think like my sophomore year was really my year of growth and like understanding. And I don't think people understand the mental challenges that go with being a college athlete. Mama always told me like being an athlete is like 90% confidence. And I think confidence is mental, so 90% mental and 10% physical, and it really is because if you don't have a good mental, then nothing's really gonna work. So I think in my sophomore year, like I really just came into my own. Like I knew who I was, I understood what I wanted to do, no matter what. Like no matter if I thought I'm not getting this opportunity or I'm not doing this or they not doing this for me, was my year of accountability. I took accountability. I looked myself in the face. I said, Flau'jae, what can you change about what you're doing? And when I did that, everything changed for me. And I was able to help lead my team to an Elite 8, but that wasn't enough for me. Like last year, I felt like a failure because I didn't get to that Final Four. Like that's what I wanted, and that's what I'm gonna get this year. But still, I think last year, I said the year before was one of the greatest years in my life. My sophomore year was the greatest year of my life because I really came into my own. And now I already know what it tastes like. I know what championship tastes like. Now, when I have, my teammates and the people that I have to lead as a captain now, I know what to demand from them and I know what to expect. And I know what's going to win the championship. So just having all of that experience is a blessing. And so far, my time at LSU has been legendary. And it's only going to become more legendary. I mean, it's only been 2 years, so think about the next 2. Number 4, the evolution of LSU fan base between my freshman year to my sophomore year. Now, I tell people this all the time, like, I've been very spoiled in a way because when I came to LSU, like, our games were, like, sold out. Like, it was insane. I mean, like, the first couple of preseason games, it was like, okay, probably like 6,000, 7,000 people. That's still a lot of people.
Right.
Like, our arena hold 13. The most we had was like 14, 15, I think. So I've kind of been spoiled in a way because we've always had fans, and as we continue to win, it just got better and better and better in the PMAC. Now, when I say like fans all across the world, that was crazy to see after we won the championship, because it was like when we went to other people arenas, we were selling out their arenas too. Like, and when we were leaving the gym, like outside of their arenas, it was hundreds of fans swarming our buses. Like, when we came from Georgia, like that was probably the craziest thing. They was going crazy at the bus.
When you went to Georgia, it was crazy.
Shaking the bus and everything, like it was crazy. And every time we went, we would have to stay an hour or 2 hours after just to take pictures with everybody. And some arenas, they was hating on us because they ain't knew how to take all those people still being there, because they never had that. Like after a game, they didn't prepare well. Yeah, they didn't prepare well for like hundreds and hundreds of little girls screaming and wanting to take pictures. So, you know, it was amazing. It was like, wow, this would it feel like to really be like a real professional athlete. No, it was
selling at arenas.
Right, it was crazy. And Coach Mulkey always told us, like, I'm always good with, like, okay, let me tell y'all something real talk. I get this from Kobe in a different way, because Kobe was like, dang, like, I don't know who spent their last amount of money to come see me play. So I'm going to go out on that court and give everything that I got. And my philosophy is the same, but also, like, at the end of the games, I don't know how far these people drove. I don't know how much money I spent. I don't know what little girl I could touch and inspire for her to be great. So after every game, I stay after and make sure I get pictures with everybody after every game. I probably missed one game that I didn't because I had to go. But after every game, I take my time. I be so kind. My cheeks be hurting. I be smiling so much. But I make sure that I give everything that I got to the fans and the little girls that be there, because I know that if I was one of the little girls, I'd probably be so inspired by looking at, like, my favorite player playing in that jersey. So I never really take that for granted. And people don't have that. You could go to any other school in the country and people ain't gonna really have that. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just, I think, like, it's the star power that LSU possesses, but also just the players that have come through there. Like, we've done some legendary stuff, and I want to continue to do that. But the evolution of the fans have been crazy, and it's like, it's not like they just love one player. It's like they love the team, they love the show, they love the environment,
the
like
coach,
they love the coach, they love the dramatics, like they just love the show. That's why they call LSU the show. And so it's just been amazing, and I just hope that we could just keep that going until the near future, even after I graduate. That's why I'm trying to get some recruits in there to keep the legacy going, you know, because I'm be coming back and making sure everything's still rolling. I was supposed to be rolling, you know what I'm saying? But now, like, even with now, like, imagine we have, like, Simone Augustus on our coaching staff, like, that's more of a show, like, you know what I mean? So right. It just every year is something that's better and better and better, and it's not like we trying to make it something. It's just like things like this just fall in our lap, like.
It's the brand, too.
It's the brand, though. LSU brand is big.
LSU got a big brand. Yes. And they really put a lot of force and resources to continue to make sure that brand, even with the changes. Yeah. I feel like a lot of schools didn't accept the fact that NIL was a thing. So they didn't want to support it, which messed up a lot of kids coming to certain schools they wanted to go to, because if it's time for these kids to make money after all these years of the schools just bringing in billions of dollars of these kids' jerseys and selling out, it's time for you to accept the fact that they need to get paid too.
But LSU embraced that when I came on my visit.
It's called NILSU.
Yeah, that's the NIL
They
program.
made a brand called NILSU to make sure that recruits knew we were 100% behind you making money after your name, behind your name. Like, that's
facts. And they even give us, like, resources to be able to handle money, handle contracts, handle negotiations. Like, LSU is really in the forefront of NIL. But it's because, like, we have such a big fan base that we're able to, you know, they're able to help us leverage that and use our NIL.
Yes.
We all get a little snacky sometimes, which is why you need something that hit just right. That's why the new Subway footlong dippers are the cheesiest snack on the go. You got pepperoni and cheese, chicken and cheese, and you got my favorite, double cheese and Baja Chipotle. And there are 11 sauces, so you can always find a combo that works for you and your footlong dippers at Subway. All right. Enough of that. Now, my favorite part of the show, we get to talk to the legendary Breanna Stewart. This intro is going to be a little legendary. It's going to be a little mouthful because we have a GOAT here. She's one of the most versatile players in the game, a 4-time national champion with the UConn Husky. 4 times. former first overall pick in the WNBA. She got 2 Olympic gold medals stashed away somewhere. She has 2 WNBA titles, 2-time MVP, an all-star in every category. Today we have the legendary Breanna Stewart. Let's give it up for Breanna Stewart. Yay! Thank you so much for joining us. You are the first episode on the Best of Both Worlds podcast with Flau'jae. So I want to say thank you so much. It's amazing having you here, and thank you.
No, thank you for having me. I'm happy to be your first one.
Period. And you know we got Puma ties, Puma family here, so you make sure y'all go cop those Stewies. Oh man, the new ones are my favorite. I mean, they so comfortable, they low top, they grab my feet. I love them. I ball in them every day.
I literally saw you wearing them the other day, and I mean, that's the goal. The next one is always supposed to be the best one. So appreciate you liking them, and there's a lot of colors coming out this summer.
Facts.
People just gotta stay tuned for.
No cap. My favorite of the old ones are the rubies. Still, when you did like the fire, the earth, all of that, I like ruby. So that's still my favorite. But all right, let's get into it. You know, I do music. So these questions are going to be music. It's going to be a little bit of culture, a little bit of basketball. So let's get into it. I want to know, who's an artist that you listen to that might surprise a lot of people?
Ooh, an artist that I listen to that might surprise a lot of people. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna surprise them, but like before every game, I listen to Meek's Championships album. Like every game, have to, like start to finish. I want to listen to it as long as I am in the car, on the bus, whatever the case may be. Just because it like gets me going.
Okay, what's your favorite song on there? Because I think I like my favorite song for sure is Respect the Game. That's my favorite one, Respect the Game.
I like Uptown Vibes.
Okay, yeah, Uptown Vibe, I like that one too. I like that one. The Meek Mill get me in that mode. I like old Meek, like Save Me Meek, not 14, you know what I'm saying, 92 flows. That's my type of Meek for sure. So before games, that's who you listen to, Meek. Do you listen to like slow music? Because I like slow, calming music. Or are you just straight Meek?
No, so usually like any other time, like I want like slow, I want like R&B, I want vibes. Like I've been listening to Thames a lot, SZA. Um, when I'm in the training room, like I'm controlling the music. When I'm getting like massage, getting ready to go. So sometimes I'm like bringing it back. I wanted to listen to
Okay.
Akon the other day. um, Things that like I feel like I was listening to when I was in high school, like my high school warm up. You're too young for that. I'm like gonna age myself.
Okay. You seem
But
like a music head though. Like, so would you consider yourself like music? Like,
yes, I mean I think there's always like um opportunity and space for growth for sure.
yeah.
And I like what I like. I feel like that's really it.
You know how LeBron James like produced 2 Chainz album. I might need like a Breanna Stewart like executive produce credit or something like that. I might need to make that
Listen,
happen.
let me just come on. Let me just give you like a little line. Tell me what you want
Okay,
me to say,
bet.
and I'm gonna just come.
I'm holding you to that. Now that's gonna be legendary. I'm holding you to that. Say less. Coming soon. All right. Let me see. Would you rather be able to only listen to Meek Mill or Jay-Z for the rest of your life?
Jay-Z.
Okay. New York type vibes. I got you. Have you ever got your name like dropped in a song like as a bar? Like,
Mm, I don't think so.
yeah, okay, if it was to happen, who would you want to name drop you in a song?
Well, I want you to name drop me in a song.
I was just about to say that. Big
I was waiting for
four.
you to say that. Woo!
She got you.
I got you. I already got something crazy cooked up, so it's coming. It's coming super soon. All right, let's switch gears real quick, more so to like basketball. So like I know the WNBA schedule is like pretty hectic. And y'all go like back to back to back. How do you take care of your body and be able to make sure that you prepare for like every game?
Yeah, it's a tough question because, like this year in particular with the Olympics, it's a lot going on,
Yeah.
and trying to make sure you're sharp and ready for every single game. So, making sure that I have a great routine, like game days when I wake up, doing my yoga, my exercises, napping, like getting a good night's sleep. And then one thing that I do like post game is I'm usually doing a lift after the game. So then the following day, I can have more time to like rest and recover.
Yeah. So when did you? Okay, like so me, I'm finally at that point where I'm a junior now in college, and my knees are feeling it. Like it's getting bad. So I don't know, like what was like in college? Did you already have that like regimen going? Cause it's like now I'm finally like taking 30 minutes before practice to stretch and warm up and do all this stuff. So did you have that routine already?
Not like the one that I have now. No. I mean, I feel like in college it's a little bit easier because you have help, you have guidance, you have like all the people to kind of help you be like, "Hey, Stewie, you got to be here for weights or stretching or, Flau'jae, you got to come in the training room, like try to get
Yeah.
in the cold tub, like those type of things." Um but as you get older, you realize you're like, and you're realizing it now. You're like, all right, maybe I do need to do this. Maybe after
Facts.
practice, I do need to get into the boots, or I do need to get someone to like work on me and stuff like that. And that goes a long way because you know you can't always just like show up and play
Right.
as you get older.
Absolutely. Okay, speaking of the Olympics, I'm gonna ask you more questions about it, but I know the Olympics is making like the schedule different this year. So how was like last year compared to this year in like any aspect, not just like scheduling, but even from like notoriety of the game or fans or
hmm
whatever? Like, what is the differences that you see in the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think that last year in the WNBA, there was a lot of attention and viewership, and like especially towards the end of our season, like going into finals, we were sold out every night at Barclays. Which I haven't seen you at a game at Barclays, so I'm waiting.
That's my bad. When I come to New York, I got you. I promise. I promise. You got to give me
And
courtside though. You got to give me courtside. I'm trying to really see what's
okay,
going on. All right.
okay. I think we can make that happen. Um, so I think the difference between last year and this year is like it's just on a consistent basis. More eyes, more viewership, more attendance, like across the board. Not only in New York or in the top teams, but you see like what's happening in Chicago, what's happening in Indy. The fact that we have charters this entire season has been really beneficial for players' bodies because you don't have to, fly all day to get to the next city or the next
All right.
game. And then the only other difference between like last year and Olympic year is like, so mid July to mid August, we just stop playing
Oh.
WNBA. We have the Olympic break, so everyone that's national team for whatever country go, and then we come back and we start right back up.
Wow, that's pretty cool. No, speaking of the charter flights, like, do you have a crazy story about something that's happened in the airport or something that has happened that was crazy before y'all, have charter flights now?
I mean, I think it's just like the people just constantly coming up to us, and it's like it's like a good thing, right? You're like happy that you're being noticed and things like that. But it's just getting to the point where it's like they're just waiting for you everywhere you go, um, and just the health and safety,
Yeah, no, yeah,
obviously,
absolutely, absolutely.
yeah.
I remember last year, like after we won the championship, it started getting hectic and people started showing up to the airport and having us sign things and we realized we were signing stuff and they were selling on the internet for like $10,000. I was like, oh no, I ain't signing nothing else. But no, I definitely understand that. Then it'd be like, how you know when I'm landing? Like that's kind of creepy, most def.
They literally, I don't know how they know everything, but like if they want you to sign something in a blue pen, that means they're selling.
Ah, look, I done learned something. I done learned something from the GOAT because them pens do be blue. It's like they had like the national championship like floor or whatever, and like we was signing. And you know me, I'm like, hey yo, they got me signing. I feel like I'm lit, and I ain't even know they getting me right off the bat. Okay, I have a question. In like 2 years, I'll be coming into the league, so I'll be your favorite rookie. But I want to know who has impressed you the most this year currently in the WNBA.
As far as this year's rookie class,
Yes, it's loaded now. It's super loaded.
it is. I mean, I think that who's impressed me, obviously, um, Caitlin, the way that she's just coming and continuing to kind of um get Indiana kind of back where they were as far as the attendance and stuff like that. Um, like she has range like no other. But I think Angel, the way that she is, constantly working hard, doing all like the dirty work right now, like rebounding, steals, like making sure that she's in all of the action and whatever way she can help her team. And then I would say Cam, it's similar, like kind of just like stuffing the stat sheet, blocks, rebounds, and like letting the rest come. and they're just
Yes.
learning and figuring out what they can be doing on the court.
Yes, yes. I know you won Rookie of the Year, and so what is that transition like? Like coming from college to the WNBA. I know it's already faster because like 6 seconds knocked off the clock. So yeah, I know you gotta have your win up, and it's more physical. But like for you personally, what was the toughest transition? Because I always think about like I feel like, man, I know I could play, but I be looking, I'm like, okay, these real grown women out here. Like my mom was telling me, mom was like, these real grown women out here with families now, Flaw. So like, so like, how was that? How was that transition for you? What was easy and what was hard?
I mean, I think the transition for me, like, what was easy was like having help from Sue, knowing Jewel, knowing Kalina, like knowing majority of the people that I was drafted to in Seattle, and just having them help put me in the best position to be successful. But the hardest part is like it's a level as you go up from high school to college and college to the WNBA. Like
Yeah.
it's like hard and just realizing like the players that I would go up against every night. Like my match would be Candace Parker, then it would be Maya, then it would be Tina Charles, then it would be like
Woo.
um I don't even know. It's just like constantly on and on and on. So like every night you're like, dang, I have to go up against her and guarding them and then trying to offensively do what you do against them. But it's why this is the best. And literally, I know you guys have NIL and stuff like that, but this is people's jobs, and they're like
Yep.
fighting for that and fighting for it
Right.
to continue to be in this at this level.
Yeah, I always tell people like, people always tell me like, Fly, I know you want to stay in college for the NIL, like, and I tell them like, yeah, I love NIL. Don't get me wrong, I love NIL, I love college, and I'm gonna embrace my time there. But I don't think people understand the privilege that it is to be able to play in the WNBA because you have to realize it's not that many spots. Like, it's not that many spots, and these people are fighting tooth and nail. So it's really like the best of the best. That's how I know like. It's players that I played with in college, and I'm thinking like, oh yeah, they gonna make it in WNBA. They don't even make it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I always tell people like, that's another level. Like these are real professionals, and I'm just super inspired. I can't wait to even have the opportunity to even go to training camp. Like you know what I mean? Because I think that's so cool. But not right now. We're gonna transition. Like we're gonna transition a little bit. We're gonna go into another segment, right? It's gonna be called Breanna's Big Four. All right. I want to know the top 4 artists that you're listening to right now.
Okay, my top four artists. Um, Meek, SZA, Tim's, and who else I like? Drake's like in trouble right now, so he's not there.
Hey, Drake.
Wale. I like Wale.
I like
That's
Wale
smooth.
too.
Also, are you into like Afro beats? Cause I'm into Afro beats heavy. I love it. It get me in that mode.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just like puts a good vibe. So like when I'm at home or like just I like to have music on in my house, um, because my kids are loud and I just want to be like in a good atmosphere. I'll put it on.
Okay, okay. You was talking about NIL a little bit. I want to know how do you think NIL would have been for you when you were in your prime? I'm talking about back to back to back to back natties. Like, tell me how
Ooh.
you would have rocked out in the NIL era.
I honestly like I think about it and it's just like I think it would have been crazy. Like my friends are like, imagine if you would have done what you did when NIL was happening. Um, Yeah, it would have been wild, but everything happens for a reason, and I'm happy that there's NIL now, and for you guys to continue to kind of like take advantage of your name, image, and likeness.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I was trying to follow your trail. I was like, bro, I got one. When I got my natty the first year, I was like, I'm finna be on my Breanna Stewart time, and I'm coming. And then last year, I was like, I
I
can't
think
even
that's
do
why
it.
you were so sad because she was trying to help,
I was,
Chase
I swear, I was like, oh my
for a
god.
championship. She really wanted that.
And that's why I tell people like you are the GOAT because people don't understand how hard that is to be consistent and be dominant. I mean, I know you had a great team and you had a great coach, but still like having the mental capacity to be locked in for that long, like that's crazy. So I'm just give you your flowers on that again. But like as a 4-time NCAA champion, with me being a junior and now trying to lead my team to another championship, like what's the advice that you would give me on like getting another championship?
My advice for you would just to be consistent and like consistently like setting the tone, whether it's like summer workouts or preseason or in the season. Like you don't just win national championships in March and April. You know, you start that in August, September.
Yep.
uh, and showing them, you know, you have your team is different. Your team is has changed since you first won, and
Right.
showing them the ropes, you know, because now it's on you to kind of lead that group and take advantage of it. And I feel like embrace the leadership role, making sure that you're constantly like talking to your team positive and also like telling them the real.
Yeah. No, most def. I'm kind of I'm really trying to like get into that mode because I'm not like a big talker. Like I'm more to talk. Like I'm gonna show you, and then I'm gonna tell you. Like I'm gonna show you what I'm doing, and I want you to follow that. Like you know what I'm saying. So I've
Yeah.
been Coach Mulkey been telling me like Fly, like you're a captain now. It's your team. Like you have to be more vocal. You got to be able to lead in different ways. So that's like something that I've been working on because I'm the type. I'm gonna get up at 5 a.m. and go work out. And if you see me in there, I want you to come. Like, you know what I'm saying? But Coach Mulkey's like, you gotta push people to be great like you. Like everybody not gonna have that mindset. So I definitely understand. I appreciate that.
Breanna,
Yeah,
thinking of that, like it's a little different now. I think for Bree compared to you because the portal is always open. Kids can switch school. They got so many different influences now. The money is a thing. Like, is my coach? They worried about NIL. They're not worried about winning as much. It was only chasing the WNBA. Now it's chasing fame. Now it's so different. So you were able to build with your team, Bree. You know,
yeah,
it's now Flau'jae got to worry about is somebody gonna leave because you know as you're trying to build. So I think it's a little different now for you to try to keep people and make them understand because everybody's been raised in different households. Everybody has different mindsets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just keeping people at a level head, I think is gonna be your best way to make that happen.
Yeah, I think so
yeah.
too.
And I think like controlling what you can control. You can't control
Right.
like all of this stuff happening out here. But if you get to this moment where you're like someone needs to say something, then it needs to be you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Yep, yep. I like that. I like that.
Okay, and thinking of and me being Flau'jae's momager, marketing agent, I'm talking about everything. I see that you're the founder of Unrivaled. Can you tell me about that? Like, how did that come about?
Yeah, so Nafisa and I are co-founders of Unrivaled, and it's set to launch in January, come
Okay.
2025. And it's been a work in progress. You know, we've been working on it for the past 2 years and wanted to create an environment and an atmosphere where we could have the top 30 players, where we could stay home, where you could play 3-on-3, 1-on-1, and just be in a different market than an actual WNBA team and continue to provide a great income and an opportunity to build brands other than what is directly tied to the WNBA or the NBA. You know what I mean? So I'm really
Yeah.
excited about it. I can't believe it's coming. I'm happy to be like in a warm situation, um, and to see how we can continue to make this really go directly correlate with the WNBA.
Right, right. So essentially, it's like a off season type of thing. Like so, like people are still gonna be able to get paid and don't have to go overseas, stay with their family, get good work in, and play essentially against the best of the best players.
Yep. Yep. It's going to be a 10-week thing. So it's going to be um, mid January to mid March, right before you guys start with March Madness.
Okay.
And we'll be able to kind of get work in, get paid, and continue to kind of make sure that there's no like void or blackout of these WNBA players. You know what I mean? So
Right,
people can
right,
watch us
right.
and be seeing what we're doing in the off season, and then get ready to watch us again come April and May.
I love that. That's actually like really growing the game because it's like when the season over, it's like it's boom, no more WNBA talk. But now you can keep that alive. You can keep that
Hmm.
moving as well as like segueing it with college. I love that. That's an amazing idea. Oh my gosh. If is it any way I can help promote whatever be involved, just let me know. I got it 100%.
Okay, I
Most
appreciate
definitely.
that.
But let's switch gears a little bit. I know about your signature line with Puma, of course. I'm a Puma athlete, but I need you to tell the people and go ahead, just pop it, just tell them because this is amazing and I love it.
Ooh, okay. Where do I start? So I signed with Puma, and signature shoe was on the table. So we've done Stewie 1, Stewie 2, and now we're doing Stewie 3. And I wish I had one to show you right now. But the most recent Stewie 3 to come out was the Dawn in Cuse, because that's where I'm from, Syracuse. And the idea behind the shoe was it's supposed to look like a sunrise and, show that women are often working from sunrise into sunset. And it's like a 24/7 thing. And on the shoe, I have like these 5 flowers that have specific nods to my family, where I'm from, the Olympics that I've been in, and an opportunity for the next generation. So actually, tomorrow, Saturday, against Vegas, not sure when this is airing, I'm going to be wearing a new colorway, City of Love, to kind of tie into Parisian culture, Paris, and all of the things come this summer, because like we talked about before, there's the Olympics coming up, and
Yes.
I'm really excited about this pair. It's been something that I've been wanting for a while, and like when you're behind the scenes with things, it takes a while for everything to come
Yes.
to fruition. So I'm happy about it, and I feel like you said, the third one is the best one yet, and we have a lot coming.
No, it's definitely the best one. Like I think I have the sunrise. Is that the orange shoe with the blue sole?
Yeah, you have the
Yeah.
Dawn,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I love the Dawn. That's like I actually need another pair because I'm kind of going through them. But I really love them. Like your shoes get better and better. And the thing that I love is like every time you drop a shoe, like it got a story with it.
I like that,
It's
too.
not just like, okay, this shoe I just threw it. It was my favorite color. Like, nah, you always have a story, and I really really like that. Go ahead.
Okay, given that you're putting out shoes, a lot of kids and younger generations are following you and want to follow you. And I know your eyes are big on college right now because we had some great people come from college. I'm now in the WNBA. Who are your favorite college players or hoopers right now?
Oh, my favorite college players right now, obviously, Flaw. I'm definitely paying attention to what you do.
What do you
I
like
have to go
about
with my.
what do you like about Flau'jae?
I feel like what I like about your game is the way that you kind of just work through it. You do whatever the team needs, and continuing to kind of like expand your game, stretch, and consistently make your threes a big part of your repertoire now. But like your change of speed and understanding how you can navigate, different defenses.
I've been
See,
working on that.
Big Stewie watching you.
Let's go. I've been working on that. Thank you.
Yeah, Stewie. Okay, give me a few more.
My others, I mean, obviously, like my UConn people,
Yeah.
Paige, AC,
We love her.
excited to see how they're gonna handle this year, because they've dealt with tons of injuries, and
Yeah.
hoping that they can just be healthy and get back to playing basketball. Obviously, Juju, she had a phenomenal freshman year,
Yeah.
and I think continuing to kind of show love over there. Yeah, honestly.
Dope.
Most definitely.
A lot.
It's so many like girls who are like rising, or really they're not even really rising. They kind of already been there. People just never really had their eyes on them. But definitely the freshmen. Like I really like Hannah Hidalgo. One
Yeah,
of my teammates,
Hannah.
Michaela Williams. She's so pure. You have Madison Booker from Texas. Like there's so many young girls that I'm seeing. I'm like, whoo.
And Anissa,
Anissa
how
Morrow,
strong
yeah.
she is in that paint. Even when she was in there with Angel, I felt like she helped a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
They
going back
complimented
up, they
each other.
complimented each other. So
And
yeah,
I think it took her a second to figure out, all right, how I'm gonna do this, because I like had these big numbers and did all this stuff at DePaul. So year two at LSU should be even better. But yeah, I mean, all the names that you said, Madison Booker, her game is super smooth, and she was playing out of position. Hannah Hidalgo, we have like an AAU connection, and some of the people at UCLA, Kiki Rice, Lauren Betts. It's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough. It's getting so much better. But I like that because I want to play the best of the best for sure. Okay, we're gonna switch gears a little bit. This one right here is probably the most important question that I've asked you the whole interview. Who is Ellie the elephant? Is that a secret? Can I know? Is that like did y'all sign an NDA? Like, can I know like what's going on?
Ellie the elephant.
Ellie the elephant. This is why you need to come to a game at Barclays. So we have our mascot for the Liberty. It's Ellie the elephant, and she is like her own superstar. She
Yes.
is like dancing crazy, like whipping her ponytail, like on the chairs during the, it's like a whole experience. Like it's a vibe. And the last home game we had, it was her birthday, so that all these other mascots came. So not only you come and you watch the game, but you also watch Ellie.
Yeah. No, Ellie's got her own thing. Okay, who's under it? Is it a guy? Is it a girl? Is this someone new? Because I seen on Twitter, they was like, oh, so now you can't say it. All right, cool. I seen it on Twitter, they was like, Ellie moving a little different. This got to be a different Ellie. So I was trying to see if I could get the Jews on the podcast. Come on now.
No, I'm not telling you. Got to get Ellie to come on your podcast. Maybe she'll tell you.
All right, man. That's cool. If you were a WNBA commission, what is the first rule that you instate?
If I was a WNBA commissioner, the first rule that I would kind of instate would be pension. So, like in the NBA, they have a pension where like there's money that goes to these retired players, the ones that kind of started. Whereas in the WNBA, like when you retire, there's nothing like continuing to kind of go to you. And we're 28 years young, so I don't think it would be that difficult to like work backwards. But you know. Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoop, Cheryl Mill, like Dawn Staley, Rebecca Lobo, like those people helped pioneer where we are today, and I don't think they get enough credit for it.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Okay, my last question. I know the Stars come out in New York. I mean, it's the city that never sleeps. Who is your favorite celeb that you've seen courtside at the Liberty game so far?
Good question.
Last year, Alicia Keys was there, and that was crazy.
Miss New York herself.
Honestly, we have a lot of stars. We're waiting for Beyonce and Jay-Z to come through, but I think they're gonna do that at some point this season. But listen, it's a vibe in Brooklyn. I'm telling you, like every game, no matter what day, there's people there. Stars are coming out and constantly supporting what we're doing in New York.
That was all I had. I want to say thank you so much for joining us on my podcast. I really, really appreciate you. This was a legendary first interview. I want to say congratulations on everything you have going on, from the league that you're starting, from your shoes, and also just from your family. Like I think that's the most important. Yes, congratulations.
Tell your grandparents I say hi. We connected last time.
Oh yeah, they were super cool.
Yes, they're cute.
Facts.
Yes, I'll tell everyone. But thank you so much for having me. And listen, you guys need to come to a game.
We coming for sure.
We got the official invite. I'm on the court side. I'll be there, I promise. With my Stewie jersey on, no cap, and the shoes. Yes. I'm coming full Puma, you know it.
That right.
Thank you so much, Stewie. Have a great rest of your day. Y'all know I've always been different on the court and in the studio, so I'm super excited about these new foot-long dippers at Subway, the newest affordable snack. There are 3 dippers and 11 sauces, including Baja Chipotle, and then my personal favorite, honey mustard. So you can always find your dip that hits. All right, y'all, that's a wrap. That's another episode of Best of Both Worlds with Flau'jae. I'll see y'all the same time next week. Make sure y'all find us on TikTok and Instagram at Both Worlds. Hit that follow.